In this video, I'll show you how easy it is to get started with the Figaf IRT tool and how fast you can set up support and monitoring of your SAP PI and CPI system. So the first thing is we want to register and download the tool and get a license key. To do that, we will go to figaf.com/IRT. We register here. And we will then get an email notification from the license team that looks like this with our new license key in. And we will then go here, we will go to the download page, and here we will download the client lib and we'll download the bootstrap sequence. So this is 130 megabytes, so it will take a little while. And then we'll get the IRT build bat file and this IRT run. They should, well, we just need to keep it. And we can see we have now created these two files. We will copy them. We will create a new folder. And in here we will place these two files. We will edit the bat file with Notepad+. And we just need to ensure that it is using the right file. The path is okay, so that's good. We can then run it. And this will then run anyway. It's a bat file, so it will just start the program. And we can see it here, it's starting up, and it will take a little while getting started. And then you can open your browser, go to, and take out the browser, say local 1893:/IRT. And hopefully it's up and running. You need to log in with superuser. Password default with lowercase d or no uppercase, and we copy our license key that we got from in our email. We load our license and it has been synchronized now. Now we can add our PI system. We'll add it here. It is POD. It's 7.5. We'll use our what's the server name? SAP serve. Port 50,000. We can select whether or not it's production. Doesn't matter that much. Just select this one. GMT, what time zone we're in. If we need this, most likely will not, so we can just switch to any of the other modules. So that should be good. So we'll say save. We can just do a test to test if we got everything up and running. So everything is working. Next up is we will need to go into our PI system. Here we will take all the rules we have and define a new alerting process for these rules. So I've just added the Figaf demo to this rule, and I haven't activated it yet. And then whenever an alert has been triggered, it will trigger this alert. So if you have a bunch of alerts already, you can just add the new consumer to these, and you can start processing these on your new system. And to set up an alert processing, you just go to the support tool. Here you go to the support part, you say manage consumers, select the PO system you have, you then select you have demo, say save, And then it says, hey, we want to do automatic pulling of these things, and it's good. And it will then pull these messages whenever there is a new alert. So we can pull it. Probably, let's see, there's probably not, there's already some alerts in it. So that's pretty good. We can go through these things. We can see actually here there is an alert we want to do something with. So what we'll do is we will create a new rule that says, okay, if this is the error, then we can write so we can give it a title, we can give it a number range. So each of these numbers will be processed in order. We can specify what to do with these things. Is this messages that we can reprocess? Do we want to mute similar notification for a period of time? And then what text do we want to write? We can then find the communication channel name somewhere in the code maybe. So this is the channel name here, so we can just, with our XPath, specify it, and then if we test it, we can see it will, hey, this is the reason you've got this. We can send it to an email and test. We can send it, we can save this, and then next time we will receive this alert will be configured with this new rule that we created. So in 5 minutes when it will pull again, we'll most likely see one of these rules be defined with this new rule set that we already have created. Obviously, to send emails, you need to configure the application, and you can do this under here. You can specify what's the system where you have your email provider, either your company, or you could even use your Gmail account if you wanted to connect it through SMTP, send the message out with the tool, and it will then be delivered to the email that you specify. And here we can specify how often it needs to run the alert processing, and we can see it should now have just processed this. So we can go back and see if we got some new rules, new alerts on it. No new alerts, which is probably good, but this means you can go in and trigger out all these messages. For instance, here it seems like we got a message ID, so you can go here, you can see the payload, you can view what the payload of this message was and the error, and you can go through and figure out what are all these different alerts, what do they do, and how do we handle it. You have access to the default trace here. If you just log in, you can then see the default trace in this specific period of time, and a lot of other goodies, making it a lot simpler to manage these things. We can resend it directly from here. Resend messages. It probably will not do anything in this case because we haven't done anything with it. But this is the way it works, making it a lot simpler to process CPI alerts or PI alerts with this common framework. If we want to add our CPI systems, we do it much the same way. We go to our Agents tab, we select New, and we select CPI. We'll select it. We will enter our username and CPI credentials. And then we will need one other information, so username and just a sec. The last part is the map host. We want to enable monitoring and enable message polling. We can also enable that. No, it's okay, we will not use that. We will then go to our support tool. We got our Figaf demo. We can say manage consumers, and we needed to go back. There's, I guess, a small bug. You would then need to write and then we can manage consumer. We can create a consumer that is failed messages. We could also put in other OData alerts on this. So we just say save, and then it will start processing these. Let's see if there's actually any here. Most likely not. So we'll send some messages. So now we can see we have received some alerts. We can go in here. We have the same overview here. We can see if there are any attachments, or if we're sending any messages to the certain places. We can go in here and create rules just the same way as we did in the other scenario. So just create rule. So this is whatever alert, something about no encryption key. I guess that's the key part of this. So we can actually create it here, say it's number 22. And if we can say if this no encryption key and that should be it for the full text. So with it, we will just say if there's no encryption key, and we can write a text. You can put in the iFlow name if you wanted to make sure you know what iFlow it is, and it's this iFlow. We can test what the message will look like, and we can save it. And then next time we will receive this alert, it will be filtered in the same way. So this makes it really simple to set up these rules, and you can hopefully you can see all the different rules we've added, how easy it is to create new rules, manage them, and run them. And this was all in less than 15 minutes. So it's really simple to get started. And obviously you can run the Figaf IRT tool on your laptop, but preferably a server. If you just want to monitor CPI, you just go to figaf.com/IRT cloud. Then you can sign up for our cloud offering. And if you just want the monitoring, it's 150 euros a month. So it is really affordable and will enable you to monitor these rules a lot easier. I hope you'll enjoy this and it will save your Christmas. Thank you.